Hello amazing people! Welcome back to my blog. Kamusta kayo? I hope everyone is doing well. So for today's video, I'm going to share how we did form IMM008. So this is one of the electronic forms, so no need to worry about hand signatures or e-signatures. Ito yung form na sasagutan nyo sa website. Ito yung pinakauna-unahang lalabas na form. So I'm gonna show you how we did it, and this form is also all about principal applicant. So stay tuned.
Okay, so moving forward sa pagsagot ng form 008, again, let's just sign into our account. This one is the PR portal account. And then, view my application. And then, i-view lang din natin yung sample na ginawa natin before. As you can see guys, dito sa Select Permanent Residence Program, pwede nyo pa rin siya i-edit or pwede nyo pa rin siya i-double check. Make sure na the program under which you are applying for is family, and then yung category is spouse, since this is a spousal sponsorship application. And then, nasan nga ba si principal applicant? In my case, principal applicant ko or yung husband ko is nasa Philippines. So, make sure na outside Canada siya. I think twice or thrice na ako naka-encounter na bumalik yung online application nila. Kasi una pa lang, mali na sila dito. Which is, ang na-click nila, I think it's yung, let's see, yung unang part, which is yung spouse or common law partner in Canada class. So, dapat itong family class outside Canada, lalo na kung yung i-sponsoran nyo is wala sa Canada. Nasa ibang country like Philippines or kung saan man sila. So, make sure na outside Canada sila. Then, of course, yung sa application name, you can still put kung ano yung complete name ni principal applicant. So, you can just save it. And yeah, so your application was successfully updated. So, now let's proceed to form 008. Again, this is generic form for Canada. This form is mandatory for all programs. So, kahit hindi man spousal sponsorship ang application nyo, kailangan nyo pa rin siya fill up. And then, as you can see, yung status niya is ready to submit na. Kasi nasagutan ko na to before. Well, let's see how I did it. So again, before you get started, you will be asked to fill out a number of personal details, including information found on your passport and or national identity document kung meron man kayo. I believe sa Philippines meron ng national identity card, but this is not mandatory naman kung wala pa kayo, kasi I know it's a bit hard to get national identity card din sa Philippines. And of course, you have to make sure na hindi pa pa-expire yung passport nyo. So again, if you have any dependents, accompanying or non-accompanying, this information will also be needed for them. So, eto, you can visit this or you can just click this guide if you want to know more. Well, let's see kung ano bang meron dito. So, this form is be completed by you, the principal applicant. Download, fill out the form on your computer. So, this is does not apply to our online application because di na kailangan mag-validate with 2D barcodes kasi nasa ano na siya, nasa system na, nasa website na. Ayan siya guys. If you want to know more about ano nga ba yung mga sasagutan sa IMM008, so just click this instruction guide. So now let's click continue. Okay, so the first question is application details, language preference for. So, dalawa lang pagpipilian dito, English or French. So, syempre, di ako marunong mag-French, so English. Then, interview, kung required ng interview later on, English din siya. And then, interpreter requested. No, but it's up to you guys if you want, and if you need an interpreter, then answer yes. So, where do you plan to live in Canada? So, nasan ba si sponsor or at the time na nag-apply kayo ng spousal sponsorship. So, kunyari, British Columbia, and then yung town is Salmon Arm. And so just drop down kung saan mang town or city kayo pupunta. Then save and continue lang. Next is yung personal details ni principal applicant or ni husband. So again, yung family name, last name, and given name. If meron siyang second name, then put it as well. Have you ever used any other nickname, other names, nickname, maiden name, alias? So you can answer yes, and then just put kung ano man yung mga given names, like they have nicknames, kunyari Mark, then MM, ganon. And then, of course, if you have UCI or Unique Client Identifier, if si principal applicant is nag-apply na ng TRP-4 or yung Temporary Resident Visa, then you can just use that UCI and put it here. Husband ko is, hindi naman siya nag-apply ng ganon, so we just leave it blank. And then, if you're wondering if you can put an A2, I guess that will work too. Oh. Okay, so ayun na nga guys. So numeric characters only. So we can just leave it to them. And then physical characteristics, male, eye color, and then yung height, usually fit yung, kanya 5 feet yung ginagamit sa atin, pero just convert it to centimeters. You can just, with the help of Google. And then date of birth, place of birth, kung saan yung province or city ni principal applicant yung place of birth niya. For example, Manila, and then yung country of birth, Philippines. And then yung citizenship niya, which is Philippines. Current country of residence, since nasa Philippines siya. So yeah, Philippines, and then yung status niya is citizen. So, previous countries of residence during the past 5 years. Have you lived in any country than your country of citizenship or your current country of residence indicated above for more than 6 months? So, we answer no kasi hindi naman nag-travel yung or hindi naman nag-work yung husband ko sa ibang country. But if you guys, yung principal applicant is nag-work sa ibang country, which is more than 6 months, then you have to say yes, and then of course you're gonna put the details below. So here's what it looks like. Ayan. So kung visitor ba, worker, student, other, type of person yan. So just select what is appropriate. So kami is no, and then yung next is marital and relationship status. So married, and then kung kailan nag-enter ng married life. So yan, and then provide the name of your current. So again, my family name, last name, first name, given name. Or ito yung date kung kailan kayo kinasal. And then, have you previously been married or in a common law relationship? Again, guys, this is the first marriage for both of us, so we answer no. Then save and continue lang. So again, next is contact information. All correspondence will go to this address unless you include your email address below, including an email address will authorize all correspondence, including file and personal information, to be sent to the email address you specified. If you wish to authorize the release of information from your application to our representative, indicate their email and mailing address in this section and on IMM 5476, which is, I already created a video for this. IMM 54761. Please do watch it. Please do watch it. if you had time and if you wanted to. So, current mailing address ni principal applicant, PO Box. Wala naman kaming PO Box sa Pinas. Then, hindi naman siya nakatira sa apartment. Hindi naman siya nakatira sa apartment or unit. So, we just put NA as in not applicable. Or you can also put like that. It's up to you guys. Whatever you like. And then, of course, in street numbers, street name, 1 Ruiz Street, kinumpleto ko siya, or J. Ruiz Street, since kasya naman, so kompletuhin natin as much as possible, diba? And then, yung city is San Juan City, then Philippines, postal code ng San Juan City is 1500, and then, anong district ni San Juan, which is sa District 2 siya. If yung address nyo is hindi kasya dito sa section na to, you can just use create another file and then again yun lang siya ng continuation of IMM 008 and then upload nyo lang siya sa supporting documents and then other kung hindi kasya dito. So again, itong province and state hindi naman na siya masasagutan. And then residential addressing as mailing address, we put no kasi again wala naman kayong PO Box. As you can see, nawala yung if no, please provide your residential address. Pag sinagutan nyo na itong sa baba na residential address, wala na yung PO Box. And siya nga pala guys, if you're not sure with the district number, you can just put postal code again, and then kung let's say barangay Pinagbuhatan or barangay kung ano yung barangay name nyo, you can just put that as well. Let's say barangay Batis. Yeah, if that makes sense. Medyo maaraw dito sa aking place. And then yung primary telephone number. So, yung telephone number ni principal applicant. So, sa Philippines siya. So, we put order and type if it's cellular, residence, business order. So, yan, cellular. And then yung country code, which is 63 sa Pinas. And then, of course, yung contact number. If you have alternate telephone number, then you can put that as well. And then yung fax number, wala naman kaming ganon, so we just leave it blank for those section. So do you want us to contact you using the email address used for this account? So meaning yan kung yung email address na ginamit ni principal applicant, they can use that to contact you, or if you have use of representative form, then yun yung gagamitin nilang email address to contact you regarding your application. So we just put yes and then save and continue. So either way, pwede sila mag-contact. They have options. Options. So passport, you have a valid passport travel document. So yes. So just put your passport or travel document number exactly as shown on your passport or travel document. So, yung number dun sa may upper part. And then, contribution sa Philippines. And then, kung kailan siya na-issue. And then, yung expiry date niya. So, save and continue lang natin. National identity document. You have a national identity document. You answer no. Just because nakalagay na required, it means na kailangan meron na kayong national identity document. No, hindi naman ganun. Kung meron, edi okay lang. Kung wala, okay lang din. Ibig sabihin lang yan is you have to answer yes or no. Then just save and continue. Again guys, itong sa education information, highest level of education, which is bachelor's degree. Again, you can drop down and then choose whatever applies to your application. And then yung total number of years of education in total. So starting grade 1 up to like 4th year college. So that's 14. Wala pa kasing K-12 before. So ayan, so 14 years of education in total. Then just save and continue. The language detail, mother tongue is Tagalog. Are you able to communicate in English or French? We don't know French, so we just choose English. Have you taken tests from a designated testing agency to assess your English or French skills? Again, just because may required siya dito is doesn't mean na kailangan mag-test na din kayo. Again, for spousal sponsorship application, hindi required na mag-test ng IELTS or self-clip or whatever English test na meron sa inyong lugar. So just answer no again. And then save and continue. So dependents. If you have dependents, you have to list all of your children. Again, we have no dependents, so we answer no. And I think that's the last part of the quest. Last part of this form. Unless you answer yes, then you have to answer it all. So no ang answer namin, so we can complete and return to application. And ayun na nga guys, ang nakalagay is application was successfully updated. And let's check lang, so ready to submit na rin yung status niya. Yay! You can still edit it as much as you want, or you can still check it. Just do the same process. You can go back then. Ayun lang. Thanks for watching.
And ayun lang, if you have any suggestion then and clarification, please do comment down below. Thank you and see you on my next vlog. Bye for now.